All right, let's get right into it. So you want to build a web shop in WordPress, right? But you want it done fast, super simple, and this is the big one, without writing a single line of code? Well, guess what? That's not just possible, it's pretty much what WordPress is designed for these days.
In this video, we're going to lay out the quickest and easiest way for you to build a WordPress-based online shop. Seriously, no programming skills needed. We're talking a totally streamlined, no-code approach using the best tools out there. Think of this as your personal blueprint to a professional-looking store.
So here's the plan, our blueprint to get you there. First up, we'll lay the foundation. That's your hosting and WordPress setup. Then we'll install the engine, which is WooCommerce. After that, it's the fun stuff, design and adding products. Then we'll tackle the business side of things, payments and shipping. And finally, we'll go through the last few steps before you launch. Simple as that.
Okay, step 1, the foundation. We're talking about setting up your hosting and WordPress. Before you can do anything else, your shop needs a home on the internet, right? This is that essential groundwork, and trust me, it's gotten so much easier over the years.
It really boils down to 3 simple things. First, you got to secure your domain name. Your myshop.ch. Second, pick a hosting provider. And third, and this is the magic trick, you're going to use their one-click WordPress install. Seriously, this feature is everything. It handles all the complicated server and database stuff for you. You literally just click a button and bam, your WordPress site is ready to go. Now, you'll see a bunch of recommended hosting providers out there. Companies like HostPoint, Scion, SiteGround, the list goes on. The reason you go with one of these is that they specialize in WordPress. They don't just give you server space. Everything is optimized for performance and security. And most importantly, they all have that super easy one-click installer we just mentioned. The whole point is to pick one that lets you skip the technical headaches and get right into building your shop. All right, section 2, the engine. Once WordPress is installed, what you have is basically a blank canvas. It's a website, but it's not a shop yet. So now we're going to install the engine that turns that simple site into a full-blown e-commerce machine. And that engine, as you probably guessed, is WooCommerce. And installing it is incredibly easy. You do it right from your WordPress dashboard. You just navigate to Plugins, click Add New, and search for WooCommerce. Then it's just 2 clicks, install, and then activate. That's it. No messing with files, no FTP, nothing complicated. It's a super clean process to get your store's engine up and running. As soon as you activate it, a setup wizard is going to pop up. Now here's a key tip. Don't get bogged down in the details here. The main thing is to just click through it. It'll ask you some basic stuff about your store's location, currency, that kind of thing. You can change literally all of this later, so just get through the wizard and keep the momentum going. Okay, part 3. The technical stuff is done. The foundation is laid, the engine is running. Now we get to the really fun part, designing your shop and actually filling it with products. So the whole look and feel of your shop is controlled by something called a theme. If you want the absolute safest choice, go with Storefront. It's the official theme from the WooCommerce team, so you know it's always going to work perfectly. But if you want a bit more design flexibility, check out themes like Astra, Bloxy, or Cadence. They're super lightweight, fast, and that you customize almost everything. Again, all without touching any code. And adding your products? It feels just like writing a blog post in WordPress. You just go to the Products section, click Add New, and start filling in the blanks. You've got fields for the title, a description, the price, you upload your images. You can even manage your inventory right there. The whole thing is designed to be super intuitive. All right, section 4, payment and shipping. Look, a beautiful shop is great, but it's not a business until you can actually take people's money and send them their stuff, right? So this step is all about setting up that crucial business logic. This is all handled right inside the WooCommerce settings. For payments, you just go in and enable the methods you want to offer, like Stripe for credit cards or PayPal. It's literally just flipping a switch. Same for shipping. You create what are called shipping zones, say one for Switzerland and one for the rest of Europe, and then you set the shipping costs for each one. It's all managed through a really simple interface. And here we are, section 5, the final steps before launch. We are so close. But listen, don't skip this part. These final checks are absolutely crucial to make sure your shop looks professional, is trustworthy, and, is actually legal before you open for business. It really comes down to a 3-point checklist. First, security. You need to activate SSL so you get that little padlock in the browser. Super important for trust. Second, the legal stuff, making sure you're compliant with rules like GDPR. And third, and so many people forget this, you have to do a final test. Go through and buy something from your own shop to make sure everything works perfectly from start to finish.
And guess what? You don't have to be a lawyer or a security expert to do this. Once again, plugins are your best friend. A plugin called Really Simple SSL literally activates your security with one click. Something like Compliance or Borlabs Cookie can handle all the GDPR stuff for you. And for your legal pages, like an imprint or privacy policy, there are free online generators. It's all about using the right tool for the job.
Oh, and here's a little pro tip for you. If you want to get really creative with your page designs and go beyond what your theme offers, check out a visual builder like Elementor or Spectra. These are plugins that give you total drag-and-drop control over your layouts. It's amazing what you can build, and, you guessed it, it's still completely code-free. And there you have it. Your shop is now ready to go. We've gone from the absolute basics, the foundation, all the way to launch, and we did it without writing a single line of code. From a blank slate to a fully functional store. That's the power of this setup.